Welcome to another edition of your Wednesday night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show.
Question is, did she subscribe?
Right.
She's down on YouTube.
Representing from the Boondocks. What up, Jobo?
Hello, what's up? Happy Wednesday.
What up? She repping her Hey Sister Soldier look right now. Everybody give it up for Bunny. What's happening, Bunny?
What up? Happy hump day.
T-Bone, what's going on, brother?
I'm back, and I don't know about better than ever, but I'm back.
What is going on, party people? It is your Wednesday night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth. I think that may be on a highlight reel tape. And we're glad that you are tuning in live along with the millions
And millions
of the platform sports talk show fans on once again your Wednesday night Sports Delight.
Really?
Or
Brinks truck backing up in his driveway with
There you go.
97 million. There you go.
all you hear is this.
Always somebody who's doing something to give back and letting the next generation.
Say straight.
Don't have me syrup on here.
Come on now, don't have me tear up. You know I get emotional.
But people watching around the world, no pressure. And we already have our favorite fan, Ms. Williams, saying welcome, Brandon.
Well, how are you? Hi, Ms. Williams.
A guy who tried to give it his all and put on for the city, to be truthful. Because like I said, I'm St. Louis die hard.
The views of Smooth does not reflect the platform sports talk show or its sponsors.
What is going on, everyone? It is your Wednesday night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show. I am your boy Smooth, bringing in the holiday season off right. I'm rocking the colors, doing my Christmas thing in the Midwest. It's about to go down. Maybe tomorrow might have a little snow, just a little bit, or maybe a blizzard. You know how the Midwest is. Young and restless. No, let me stop. But anyway, this is the platform sports talk show. Thank you all for tuning in. Get them likes, get them shares going. We have a crazy show for each and every one of you. Yep, you right there in the back. Yep, you over there chilling by yourself with the head down. Yep, I see you. Yep, you right there. Look at me. Come on. Look right here. Look right here. Share this stream right now. Let's go. Let's get as many people tuned in. Let's have a good time. We had a wonderful show last week. Shouts out to our special guests from last week, Cardinals PA announcer John Hewlett. Tonight's show, this panel should be pretty interesting. I think it's the first time they've been on together like just us three tonight. May have a fourth member, but we'll see. But right now on the phone until she gets home, because you know how she is. Bunny, what's going on with you?
What up, what up, what up? You put me on blast like that. You know how I am. Yeah, I get in the streets and I make it home in one piece. I do that.
Yeah, so, you know, she's out there doing what she's trying to get home, because you know how it is right now with the traffic and people going shopping, and, you know how it is right now during these times. So she wanted to do the video thing. I'm like, hey, no, you know, because I care about my peoples. Like, just give me a call, give me a call, just focus on the road. And then when you get home, you can go ahead and, show the queen self that you are, to everybody. So, it's all about safety first. You know what I'm saying?
Safety first, yes. I want to arrive in one piece home because we got good topics. I want to show you my little holiday attire as well. I'm not as expensive as you are, but close enough.
It's all good. It's all good. Now, the next person who is on the show, this man started the show with me. So it's going to be fun for the next 2 hours to dig in on some sports topics. This my dude here. He's an investor. He's a selector. He's ready to go ahead and give his opinions out. Sadal, what's going on with you, bro?
What up, y'all? What up, world? It's the real estate DJ, live and direct.
I was about to say, he sound like he got a quiet song with that DJ voice. Okay, taking it way back. Okay.
Good to be here, man.
Yeah, man. Pleasure to have you on, man. Appreciate you taking time out of your day during this holiday season to be on, man, and look forward to having a great show with you, man.
Hey, man, you called me, man. You said, hey, well, we need you on the show, man. I'm glad that I'm able to make it, and glad to be here once again on the platform Sports Talk Show.
There it is, your Wednesday night Sports Delight. And with that being said, tell you a little bit about our show, man. For those watching for the first time, thank you very much. Once again, get them shares, get them likes going. Let's get as many people tuned in, because the show is even better. Not better, but it's even better when y'all tune in and y'all bring them comments, okay? So you can follow us on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter. We have a Gmail platform, sports talk show at gmail.com. We on Instagram at platform sports talk. Very simple. If you are on Facebook and on YouTube, you can comment. We can have your comments shown on the screen. We can interact. The more that you leave the comments and interact, the better the show is going to be, because we already dope. You know what I'm saying? We doing this for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? We strong with this. We got it going on. But it's even better with y'all commenting and just being a part of the conversations. If you have a topic that you want to discuss, a sports team, player, whatever it is, leave the comment. We got y'all covered, all right? And the show is also going to be uploaded on Roku TV immediately after the show. So you go on to Roku, just put in the platform Sports Talk Show. You see our channel, and boom, you are in the game. It's that simple. And Bunny, for people on YouTube, they can subscribe and click on that.
Bell, baby. Ding, 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 ding. as my makeshift bell.
Because Sadal, anytime they go live,
you will be notified.
There it is. And every first Wednesday of the month, it is Ladies Night, hosted by Bunny. Shouts out to her, to Joe Bow, to Coach Willis, to Coach Stringer. I mean, they are an incredible panel. And of course, every last Wednesday of the month, you have the Man Cave. Shouts out to Stan, of course, the dog, T-Bone, Craig Black. I mean, it's a whole vibe, y'all. They don't play. You can also listen to the show right now, crystal clear on Hot 365 Radio, where it's always hot. Hot 365 Radio, right? Hot boy, Cash Money. Hot365radio.com, or you can go to the app Hot 365 Radio and listen to us right now. But I know you want to see our beautiful faces, so go ahead and, you got options, okay? You got options. It's all good. And, of course, next week, it's the return. It's part 2 of the Super Show. The Man Cave, Ladies Night Crew. We coming together, y'all, and this time, everyone's going to be in person. Barring the weather. We know how the Midwest is with this weather, but, barring the weather conditions, the plan is to have everyone or majority of everyone to be in person from the G Spot. Is going down next week for the Super Show to close out the year. Once again, this is your Wednesday night sports delight. Get them shares going. You can scan the QR code for those, of course, who's watching, and you can follow everything that Smoooth Productions is on, platform, sports talk show, all that good stuff. You scan QR code on the top right of your screen. We fancy with it. We had to adjust with things now. You know how it is at all with, COVID just changed the whole game with everything. But now I know that you can also attest to this as well, how COVID has pretty much changed the lifestyle of people nowadays, right?
That you have. I'm sorry, it has. But yeah. But, I always say, even though COVID did do a detrimental effect to people and, lost some lives, I see a lot of positives came out of it as well.
Right.
So, yeah,
yeah, most definitely. So, how about yourself?
Yeah, it really is a game changer. I think we're in a new normal right now with COVID, unfortunately, with COVID just being around, just like the cold and flu. So we just got to manage the best way we can and move forward. Be safe out there.
Shouts out to a fellow Man Cave member. Hopefully he'll be back out to the basketball season. But Coach BT Brian Turner, head coach from St. Mary's, yeah, he says happy holidays. So he's showing love to the crew. We're still waiting on our favorite fan to show up so she can show us some love. So we'll see if she, will tune in. Maybe she out there. Right, Miss Dub. You know what? That's her official name, right? For the rest of the show was Miss Dub, not Miss Williams. Miss Dub. She deserves that name. She deserves that name. But yeah, shouts out to Coach Turner and congrats to St. Mary's High School, because if y'all didn't know, a few weeks back there was concern that they may be closing. But last week it was announced that they have been extended. They may have a new name and everything, but the thing is that they're still kicking. They have been extended. They're not going anywhere. So shouts out to Coach Turner.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, exactly. And for St. Mary's High School and just for the kids and everything, man, it's a great thing to have that extension to happen. So shouts out.
Great people came together at the last minute to make that happen. So I'm proud of that. And those young men still get an opportunity to continue their education at a good high school.
Exactly. And for those who missed last week's show, it was pretty interesting. So let me explain this story, y'all. So the plan was to have our special guest John Hewlett on at 7:15, and I didn't hear anything from him. So I'm like, well, we may have to just do our thing for a minute. I'll do something on the fly, whatever, and then hopefully he'll get on. 7:45, nothing. 8 o'clock, nothing. I'm like, okay, well, I guess we'll end the show about 8:30. So 8:30, if you saw the highlight reel, which I'll show you in a second, but 8:30 come on, and I'm like, well, End of the show. Y'all have a great night. Me and Joe like, hey, it's a wrap. We done. So after I went to our home, our main screen that y'all be seeing a lot of times, I'm about to actually end the broadcast officially. Then all of a sudden, a pop-up window come up and our special guest. So John Euler came back on, and this is what happened. The show's gonna be different because we have a very special guest, and you don't run into a lot of guests like him.
We could talk about this with our special guests if we get into all this baseball and contract stuff, but Arenado lost out on some money this offseason.
You know what? I'm so glad you brought that because I had that saved up as a question. Let's shift real quick over to some Blues hockey. The Blues.
Do we have to?
We'll go ahead and end the show early tonight. Once again, we would try to get our special guest on again. Don't know exactly what happened tonight. We are out. See you later. The Cardinals PA announcer, also radio legend at KC95, Mr. John Hewlett. How you doing, sir?
Hi. How are you all? I just blew it, and I'm so embarrassed. I apologize, and thank you for having me tonight. And I remember as a young guy sitting on the front steps of our four-family flat down there on 18th Street, just dreaming one day that I wanted to be on the radio like Jack Buck. And of course, nobody could ever beat Jack Buck, but I wanted a career like that. And I'll be damned if it didn't come true. People don't want PA announcer going, and now, ladies and gentlemen, Al. How about that mustache, man? Game 6 of the 2011 World Series. My gosh, I mean, I just shake my head and can't believe I saw what I saw that night. Referred to Captain Cornelius accidentally as Cornholio. No. It seemed like an unimportant decision to do that news and sports cast that morning, in the mornings with Casey. I never would have been in line to get that opportunity.
Man, such an awesome show last week. Bunny, I know that you wanted to get on last week, but of course you had to go through, you had some personal things going on. But if you were to have been on the show last week with John Hewlett, what would you have brought up or anything if you would have?
Well, there's without saying it directly, going on with the broadcasting and the personnel change. So what would he like to see different for the Cardinals broadcast? Would you like to see, a different person, a woman, somebody that speaks another language? What would you like to see different? You see the same stuff decade after decade. What would he going to see different?
Got you. Yeah. And Sadar, I know that I keep thinking about the time that you and Stan went to the game and had that experience being right there on the field, and then realized that I had the voice of all the Cardinals home games to be on the show. What was your thoughts on John Hewlett?
Man, I just sit back and just in awe, because just reminiscing on the times we had starting the show, and we really didn't know where the show was going, and where it's going to take us. And now to see the voice of the Cardinals on the show,
Right.
it's surreal. It's surreal, man. It's lovely, man, to see.
Definitely is, man. It's definitely a blessing. Like you said, from where we started from to now, I always say progress is sexy. It really is. It's just a beautiful thing. So, and once again, for those watching, thank y'all for tuning in. Happy holidays to each and every one of y'all. It's the Platform Sports Talk Show. And let's go ahead and get this party started with You now have my attention. What sports story or stories has your attention? Bunny, what you got for us?
Man, here's another round. Here's another round of Brinks trucks backing it up on the driveway of a few MLB players. I touched on that last week, but you got to touch on it some more, especially this latest one from overnight. It seemed like Correa signing with the Mets. But, boy, when I say these baseball contracts got Brinks trucks in business out of this world, boy, whew, they have my attention and then some. Santa Claus is delivering quite early for some of these MLB players.
Definitely. And like she brought up, I mean, just last week, this happened. The San Fran Giants signed Carlos Correa to a 12-year deal for $300 million. But something happened, like Bunny said. So you thought something happened in which they did a physical, and the Giants didn't like what they saw, and they questioned his physical, and there was a little disagreement between the Giants and Correa. So then overnight, this happened. Now he's part of the New York Mets because Steve Cohen, the owner, the billionaire, of course, of the Mets, came in and said, well, since the Giants have questions about his physical, we'll go ahead and take him from your hands. So Correa signs an 11-year deal. So the only difference is he's only making maybe a $0.2 million different than what he's making with the Giants. So I think the Giants like 27.5 or whatever, but the Mets is like 27.2. Okay, whatever. But Steve Cohen and the Mets got their guy, and now Correa is going to be the third baseman for the Mets. Normally he's a shortstop, but you already have Francisco Lindor as the shortstop, so Correa would be third base. But I told Joe this in the chat. I said the Mets about to be the most hated team in all of baseball. Bunny, do you agree with that?
Yeah, but deja vu of the Yankees back in the late 90s, early 2000s. Same thing. Back then when Steinbrenner was alive and trying people out with a blank checkbook, and people hated them. But look what they got. I'm not hating. They got 6 trips to the playoffs, but only 1 World Series. So the Mets may be the most hated. Don't mean you're guaranteed to get those World Series back to back to back either. We shall see. The NL is definitely more competitive now, but that hating on them may not go so far because they may not pan out to be all that they would think.
Right. And we have the comment. She's here. Miss Dub. She's in the building.
Miss Dub.
So, Miss Wing, if you didn't hear us earlier, Bunny has officially proclaimed that your name from now on is Miss Dub. Since you are, of course, our favorite fan. Can't be Miss Wings no more. Got to be Miss Dub from now on. So she says, hi, Fred, hi, Bunny, hi, Sadal. She is in the building. So she says, I like it. There we go. We have her blessing, Bunny. We good to go now.
All right, we good.
We're good to go. So, Sadal, what has your attention?
Man, this holiday season, we're around friends and loved ones, man. We can't take that for granted because, we are losing a lot of giants, especially and particularly in sports. We lost Mike Leake last week. We lost Tom Browning a couple days ago, but just today, we lost the NFL great sports legend Franco Harris at age 72. He was a very integral part of the Steelers dynasty in the 70s. And the Pittsburgh Steelers were getting ready to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception, the famous play that kicked off the Steelers dynasty. And not only that, they were set to retire the number 32 during the game, and which they still will. They'll still move forward with all those festivities, but it will mean just much more when they honor the life of Franco Harris. Man, this is huge, especially if you grew up in that era watching Franco. This is a true giant of sports that we lost today. So heart goes out to him and his family, especially around this time. I know it's difficult, right now for them. Was very active just yesterday, posting and getting ready for the weekend, It's going to be an exciting time, and it's such a tragic event, such a loss.
Yeah, most definitely. Our condolences once again to the family of the great Franco Harris. I didn't hear any signs of any sickness or anything leading up to what happened today. I was just stunned in regards to the news. And as you brought up before, about to celebrate, what would you say, 50 years of the
50th anniversary of the Immaculate Reception, the famous play where Franco picked up the ball off of Ricochet and ran it in for a touchdown in the final seconds of the NFC Championship game, I believe it was, or divisional round. I forget which was. It was in the playoffs, but it pretty much kicked off the great Steelers dynasty that was in the 70s.
Yeah, most definitely.
And see, I was also asking, it's a coincidence. Unfortunately, he passed away and ain't about to retire his number, but he retired back in 1990. Well, it took so long, and I was told the Steelers organization does not retire numbers often. It's only be like the third one. They're very, very tight and rarely retire numbers. So it's a very honorable thing for him to even, be able to get his jersey retired. But at least, he knew about it before he passed away. But the Steelers don't no joke with that though. So that's definitely something that you get that jersey retired in that organization.
Yeah, so it's a testament to what Franco Harris meant to the organization and what it meant to just the NFL. When you see highlights of the NFL, all of the great moments, the Immaculate Reception comes up all the time in the highlight reels. As a matter of fact, they still have a statue in the airport of the hotel or of that play, and it was supposed to be temporary, but everybody loved it. Everybody appreciated that statue there, where they just kept it up there. So it's a permanent fixture in their airport of the Immaculate Reception, and he was just taking pictures in front of it just yesterday. So yeah, it's just such a loss.
And Bunny, you brought up earlier about retiring numbers. Another organization that doesn't retire numbers, but just players, but more so, of course, right now we talk about numbers, are the Dallas Cowboys. Like, I would not.
Okay.
I would never understand why they have not retired the number, 22 or 8 or 88. For Michael Irvin, for Aikman, for Emmitt Smith. You just it's a certain number that should be immortalized, especially what they done for organizations. So the Cowboys are another organization that does not or have not at all, should I say, retired a number. It's just been natural player, but I feel like that needs to change. But that's Jerry Jones, so he's
88. We know him as Michael Irvin, but before it was Drew Pearson that had that number,
right?
He's Hall of Fame as well.
Exactly. So, it is what it is. But once again, our condolences to the family of Franco Harris. And Bunny, you pretty much took my you have my opinion. So that's why I went on and shared my views of the Carlos Correa thing. So it's crazy in Major League Baseball, but that's how things are nowadays. It's a change in the game. You have to know how to adjust. And these owners now, they are coming in like, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to bring the best talent on the team. And I had a thread up on Twitter. A lot of Cardinal fans over the last few weeks now have been really mad. Even though we got Wilson Contreras, they've been pretty upset because we haven't made more moves. And we talked about this a little bit during the Super Show. Well, not me, but I know you and Joe and everybody else were talking about how it's not really Mo, it's DeWitt. And it's the lack of, let's spit out more money. Let's raise the payroll. And then I just found out, today I shared this with Bunny, but it's possible that the people who owns Valley Sports Midwest or the network could be filing for bankruptcy. So that can affect the payroll for the Cardinals. And that could be a reason why they're hesitant in regards to trying to sign a bigger, a big time deal because they may not have the money that they hoped to have had. But we shall see. But the Cardinals need to find a way to stay competitive with teams like the Mets, the Dodgers, the Phillies, the Padres, the Yankees. They need to find a way. And something I brought up last week to Joe is maybe the Cardinals are trying to say, you know what, while the other teams are paying, billions of dollars for these players, the Cardinals are maybe focusing on, let's use our draft. Let's scout out the right guys. Let's use a different method in regards to why everybody else is spending bukus of money. Let's develop these guys. Let's find the right talent and let's win a different way. I'm not confident right now that it can work. But it looks like they're trying to find a different way, except for trying to spend bukus of dollars to compete with other high market, teams right now to still be competitive. It'll be good enough to get into the playoffs, yes. But will it be good enough to go to the World Series and to win a World Series? That's going to be the big question. And I know, Bunny, I know you had your thoughts in regards to your belief and trust and hope with the Cardinals organization.
Well, one thing I want to say back up to what you mentioned previously regarding the Cardinals' payroll and, Valley may go bankrupt, and that affects the Cardinals, which it will because we're considered a small market team, but yet we have a big fan base and viewership. But to me, that still is not the reason why the Cardinals don't spend and do more on payroll. So even with this stuff pending, because 3 years ago that wasn't an issue. They just signed a deal and they had a lot more money, and they still tend to be a little tighter on their watch than they should. Well, not they. Still do it. Let me just specify. So I don't think that Valley Sports Midwest has anything to do with them being, in so many words, cheap. Not cheap, but cheap enough. So, regarding now, I think, it's one of those things. I don't want to wish the Cardinals have a bad season, but the only way I see the wind change is like, okay, let's bump up payroll. If viewership goes down, spending money goes down. Because, and all in all, there are plenty of big organizations that have year after year losing seasons, yet they still make a lot of money. The owners want, their team to win per se, but if they're still making money, that's not that big of a deal because a lot of these owners are in it to make money, like no other reason. If they treat it like investments of, real estate, treat it like stock, it's to make money. So if you can make money and your team not winning, you don't have to spend a lot. What's the problem? From their perspective, us fans are passionate. We want to see winning product on the field, but the win is still making his money when the team really gets in the playoffs or if they don't get in. So I just don't see him changing because he's still doing the same things he done 10 years ago. You just mentioned the game is paid. These players are asking for more money and there are owners that are willing to spend it. The win said he's not. And so at this point, until they start losing money, I don't see him changing. We're just singing the same song every offseason for the last 10 years. Basically, with 2 holes left after that World Series. Well, let me take that back. We did go to World Series in 2013 and we lost. After that World Series, we've been singing the same song. Let's do a little bit more to up the roster. And we're just really getting by. And he's happy with it. Otherwise, he would have been changed.
And you know what's crazy? I thought about this today. But if the Cardinals weren't willing to give their best player of that decade or outside of Stan Musial, if they couldn't give Pujols a 10-year plus extension during a time where he was still, not saying at his peak, but during a time where they just won a championship back in 2011, what makes us think that they'll do the same thing for somebody else?
Absolutely. And I think the Cardinals are just complacent. I concur when, hey, they're looking at the bottom line. We're still making money. Fans are still coming to the game. Viewers are still watching our games on television. I mean, why do we need to win a World Series? I don't think they really want to win a World Series bad enough. Because if they did, it would really show where their money lied. Where their money lies, that's where their loyalty lies. and they're really not spending the money because they're really content on just riding this out and just making money. You know, it's not about winning a championship.
If you're making money when you're not winning, why do you change? You don't have to spend more to still keep making money. Why do it? That's not good business practice according to them.
Yeah.
Something that we ain't hearing right now from the Cardinals outside of Contreras. But yeah, it is what it is right now. I just feel like they trying to take a different approach. Like, well, we can't compete with the Giants. They could if they wanted to, but they decide not to. But they want to see if they can use their homegrown talent, you know, from the minor leagues and trying to find that diamond in the rough and try to have that sprout up to be that next Aaron Judge, that next Juan Soto, that next Correa. Or
but here's the problem, though. That's the problem. I don't see any arm talent right now in our minor leagues right now. I really don't. From afar, maybe some expert that's been looking at this closer with our prospects. I don't see a lot of arms. I don't see a lot of arm talent. I see a lot of talent in the position players, but not pitching. And our starting pitching has been suffering. We need starting pitching.
Even and in the bullpen at one time too.
So,
and it's crazy. It's crazy because like our very first show that we did, Sadal, we was like, we were talking about Mo, but the whole time it should have been about DeWitt, the ownership, because Mo only does what his boss tell him to do. Now, you know, if his boss was Steve Cohen, I guarantee you that Mo would be out here. Oh, well, let's see about, you know, this guy here. Let's go ahead and see about. But because he's been told what the Cardinal model is, the Cardinal way, in regards to their approaching their free agents and or making trades, that could be hindering Mo. And I'm gonna say this now, because of how the game is changing, that could actually force Mo to pursue other options if he feels that the organization is not changing with the times. I'm saying that right now. That can force Mo to be like, you know, let's say if the Yankees all of a sudden or the Dodgers had a hiring for a GM or president of baseball operations, they may look at Mo like, I see what you're doing with the Cardinals, but now that you have more money behind you, you could do more things. The last thing you want to do to any, whether it's a person, a coach, or a position like Mozeliak, is that you're hindering them from going all out. So don't be surprised, people, if Mo be like, you know what? I had a wonderful time here in St. Louis, but I'm not maximizing all my ability because we're limited because they don't want to go more and more and more in regards to up on the payroll so I can bring in more and more. So I ain't saying no breaking news or anything, but don't be surprised because things happen. You know how many people saw Mike Shilp leaving last year, getting fired last year? No one saw that. It was like a
right.
It was like a what?
He did a miracle with that squad he had. He was us really into the playoffs. He barely got in. He put that one streak together, and we was just like, oh, he couldn't make it. Like,
right.
He good, you know.
Right. So, you know, everyone has their breaking point. You know.
So what you're saying is, Smooth, you heard it here first when it happened.
Exactly. So, like for instance, when they had the press conference after Nolan Arenado agreed to opt in, Mozeliak said that he spoke with Arenado and said, you know, we're going to up the payroll. We're going to do our damnedest to bring in more guys to help you and Goldie out. They brought in Contreras. Yes, great move. I loved it. But that could not be enough. Then for 2 years in a row, you've had a crop of elite shortstops available to get, but you were gun shy because of how much and how long they want the contract to be. You know, you have to find a way to stay relevant in Major League Baseball, not just to get into the playoffs and say, let's take our chances. No, you need to make moves to win the whole damn thing. We know everyone can't win the World Series in 1 year, but I guarantee you, Mets fans, Padres fans, Braves fans, Yankees fans, Dodger fans, Philly fans, they are at least excited about the upcoming season. Like, oh yeah, we got a chance. Cardinal fans right now was like, well, we might win the Central, but that's not a guarantee right now because even the Cubs, the Pirates, yes, the Pirates. Shout out to Andy.
Everybody's gotten better. They've added to roster.
Exactly, and the Brewers, they made multiple moves this offseason to bolster their roster, and then don't forget, this is gonna be the first season that you're playing every team in Major League Baseball. So less divisional games, more of playing the whole league. So you have a whole lot you got to think about. You know what I'm saying? And
but
the Cardinals' minds
this
have to
is
change.
probably the blessing the Cardinals need, though, Smooth, because you're going to play everybody more outside of your division. The Cardinals have been able to limp their way, be cheap, be able to cut corners their way because of Central Division year in, year out is general one of the weakest divisions. So you don't have to compete and do as much. When the Cubs that they run 6 years ago and they always the World Series where they got Brian and who was the pitcher at the time? Tell me, that squad.
You talking about Jake Arrieta and all them?
Yeah. So they not want to say luck up, but you know they had somebody in their farm system. They acquired a pitcher. It didn't bust their payroll, and they got better faster than everybody thought. We thought like a couple more years. 2016, everybody bumped it. We going all the way, and they did it. However, they fell back off because they stopped trying to improve in their roster. So everybody knows the Marlins have done it, the Yankees have done it. You buy your roster up, and then as soon as they don't want to pay them anymore, it falls to the team sucks again. But the Cubs, it's kind of homegrown, kind of acquired, and then breaks back. They fell off. They stopped doing it. So now they're doing it again, and like you said, the Pirates, the Brewers. The fact is, playing outside of the division is what they need, so they're going to get exploited and see we're not that good. That if we don't do something in the next year, Cardinal Nation is definitely going to turn off. Now, I said we have one of the best viewerships in the baseball, we do, but you got to look at the generational change as well. Old school people, I would specifically say my daddy, his brothers, diehard baseball fans, they're in their 70s. They'll ride or die. But groups in their 50s and their 40s, they may ride, they may not die because they're not seeing the organization doing enough. They don't mind not tuning in. And, you know, that's why I said the Cardinals are living in their past, which is good. And at the same time, you got to change with the times as well. And if you don't, you're going to be looking behind, living off the past, and that gets old after a while. Like, I love traveling. You travel a lot, too. So when I wear my Cardinal Nation stuff, my blanket, my hat, whatever, I'm out of town,
right.
I dare somebody say something to me because I know what the Cardinals got. I know our 11 World Series. I know who's on our roster. So to try to come to me, I'll come back at you.
Right.
But eventually, our last World Series was in 2011. We're talking about 11 years ago. It's time to earn another one. Otherwise, we're going to be living in the past, and people are going to be laughing at us.
Yep, that's facts. I love it. You know, and that's the passion that Cardinal fans have. And that's one thing is Cardinal fans aren't stupid. You know what I'm saying? They see what's going on. And ownership should not be naive to the fact that Cardinal fans are not stupid. Okay, so don't play with their emotions and say, "Oh, well, whatever we do, we're gonna still have 3 million people here." They not stupid. Okay, bottom line.
A big part of that Cardinal Nation, this Cardinal fan craze, is because we won in a lot of different generations. You know. And so many different generations. We won 11 World Series titles over a span of decades. But if that stops, then what about the decade coming up? You know, these kids who are in their 20s, their teens, their 20s, their 30s. You're going to get to a point where they haven't seen the Cardinals win a World Series. And they may not be as crazy about the Cardinals as we are. So they gotta be serious about winning, man. That's a big part of what this is all about. It's about the winning.
Facts. And I'll never forget when Ali Marmol was given the opportunity to coach the Cardinals, and one of the things that he said was, "It's World Series or bust mentality for him." It's like, if we don't get to a World Series and win the whole thing, That's not right. So he said that. I'm like, I like this dude. But then Zaylock, after he heard the comments, he was like trying to like push it back a little bit, trying to scale it back down a little bit. Like, it's all about just trying to get to the playoffs. No, that's the problem. The mentality is different. It shouldn't be, well, let's just get in and then we'll see what we'll do. No. The goal needs to be, and that's what Cardinal fans expect, is winning. Not just winning the division, but getting deeper to the playoffs. That's what fans are expecting. That's, it may be a spoiled mentality, but that's how the Cardinals organization has been giving us for up 10 years, is that there's an expectation to go deep. Not just make it there, but to get there and go deep. We can't keep going to the playoffs and we get ousted in the first round every year. The last 2 years now, it's been wild card round, one game, we out. Then this past season, wild card round, after 2 games, we out. That's not going to fly. You know what I'm saying? So the mindset, the mentality, something that has to give, something has to change. If it's ownership, no, it has to be ownership, because they're the ones who are deciding if you're going to keep the payroll as it is or have it bump up a little bit or whatever. Things have to change to be more dramatic and to change into the times that we're dealing with right now. Once again, this is the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smooth. Right over to your right, my left, I guess we have
Sadal.
And right now, via the phone, we have
your girl Bunny.
There you go. And we have the comment. And once again, bring them comments, y'all. The more that y'all comment, the better the show is going to be. Miss Dub says STL is also getting more sports for people to support. They now have the St. Louis Soccer Club and the Battle Hawks. So yes, you're going to be competing.
We're looking at 2 season ticket holders to the Battle Hawks right here, Miss Dub and myself.
There he is. And I read a tweet from a previous guest, 2-time guest, Benjamin Hockman. He's the editor for the Post-Dispatch. He said that there may be a chance in St. Louis that you'll have the Cardinals, the Battle Hawks, the St. Louis SC Club, and the Blues playing all on one day. The only way that can happen is if the Blues make the playoffs. So that'll be crazy.
Yeah, you saw my prediction about the Blues. I put it in the chat last week. I called it, so they're gonna make the playoffs. Don't worry.
There we go. There we go. You heard it here first from Bunny, not Joe, but for Bunny. The Blues are going to be in there, and Miss Dub says, "Wow." So yes, there's a very good chance that all professional teams could be playing on the same day. So once again, Cardinals, y'all better bring it, because St. Louis City SC, they start in February. The season starts in February. Okay?
Battlehawks starts in February.
Exactly. So, hey, it's on. It's on now. We ready. Let's go, St. Louis Cardinals. Y'all better step your game up, because y'all ain't going to be the only show in town. Y'all got to bring it. Now, we know, February is still spring training for the Cardinals, but still, the fans want to be ready for what you have to bring to the table. So let's see what's up. Let's go ahead and shift to some NBA talk real quick. We balling, discussing all things basketball-wise. So I'm going to start off real quick in regards to college basketball. Mizzou, a few weeks ago, they played against KU. It was a big anticipated basketball game, and it was not good at all. KU showed who the freak they were.
Wow.
and showed,
in so many words you said that. Okay.
They showed who the freak they were, and blew out Mizzou at Mizzou over a 30-point victory. But Mizzou is still, at this time, they're 10-1. I had concerns after the KU game, like, okay, you know what, they haven't been playing the greatest non-conference schedule. They play these little, whatever teams, You know, they play like 15 million home games against these little, whatever teams.
Cupcakes.
Just to kind of get, the
cupcake
thing
game.
going.
That's what they call it in college football. Cupcakes.
Right.
But you know what? I can't knock Coach Gates for doing that because this is his first year. He really didn't get to bring in any of the players, so he had to see who he's working with. So go light, get acclimated to the team and who you're working with. Now, when you start picking your own players, I know that's what coaches tend to do a little more challenging, but this is, new territory for him, new group. So I get it. I mean, I'm not knocking it in his position.
Yeah. So Dennis Gates, the new head coach, as Bunny brought up, they have a squad. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, it's not like the past. Shouts out to Conzo Martin. We had him on the show a couple years back. Sadal and I was on, and Bunny was at the time not an official member, but she was commenting throughout the show. But it looks like Coach Gates, he has a squad. They played against UCF that following Saturday, and they won by a buzzer beater in a tournament but in the game out there in Florida. And so it was a big important win for Mizzou, because you can have easily have lost 2 in a row, and then the mentality could have just been like, maybe we aren't that good. But they found a way. And now tomorrow at the Enterprise Center, Mizzou versus Illinois. That should be an incredible game. I hope that Mizzou does not get shy and scared, because it's going to be a big time game. You cannot do what you did against KU against Illinois. You got to come with it. This should be a very great game. Hopefully the weather doesn't, affect the turnout to the game and whatever. But I hope that Mizzou, because Illinois is ranked in the top 20. So hopefully Mizzou can come out and show the world, hey, it's a whole new era. That'll be very big. SLU right now is facing SIUE. They're up 33-22. They're playing at the Chaffetz. They are a team that I'm concerned about as well, more than Mizzou.
We had high expectations at this point, especially with your relieving squad.
Yeah.
We they had 4 losses already.
Exactly. And
I was getting ready to
losses,
say that. I thought, from afar, I thought, hey, this might be a squad that might be doing something this year.
I don't think a March Madness squad all the way, definitely.
Yeah, I was, but then they had their first true road game. They lost at Auburn. They played a neutral site game against Maryland. They lost that game. I mean, they look bad. Then they played another true road game against Iona and got whooped on. So it's like, now you did bring in Memphis. Great team, coached by Penny Hardaway. They won that game here at Chaffetz. But like the true measure of a team is how you are on the road. And the good.
That's really saying. Put the asses to Iona. It's not like Iona's like a not unheard of team. Rick Pitino coaches in,
right?
So he knows.
Right. So it's like, me, I want to see how you handle yourself against certain teams on the road, the whole 9. And right now they have not shown that. And it all starts with coaching. You got to put your team in position to succeed. And, it goes to play calling, managing minutes, managing players, the whole 9. And as great as a recruiter as Travis Ford is, I just have not seen when it's time to get that very big win that could maybe put SLU in the top 25 and give them more respect. They always lose that game. They be like, damn, we always back all the way down now. So now we got to win our conference to hopefully get into the big dance. You know what I'm saying? This team needs to get into a position where it doesn't have to be just a conference that they win, but because of them beating good big time teams, now here comes the respect. Like, okay, yeah, they that deal. So they still have a great chance to win the division. They play in the A10, but we just want to see them play better on the road, against great teams. So we'll see what's up with them. But in the NBA, get these standings going. Sadal, if you don't mind reading the Western Conference, it start off with the 10th seed and going to number 1.
Okay, the 10th seed, we got the Dallas Mavericks here. The 9th seed, we got the Timberwolves. At number 8, we have the Clippers.
Utah Jazz.
Oh, I'm sorry. Utah Jazz. Sorry about that. Number 7, we have the Portland Trail Blazers. 6, we have the Los Angeles Kings. The Kings.
Sacramento.
The Sacramento Kings.
Oh, I'm like, wait, what?
Basketball is not my sport right now. It is not my sport.
No.
I don't know why you put me on the spot talking about basketball. At number 5, we have the Clippers. At the 4, we have the Phoenix Suns. Am I correct? Is that the Suns?
You got
All
it.
right. Number 3, we have the Pelicans. 2, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. At number 1 is, I think that's the Denver Nuggets.
Yep, you got it. And right now on the outside looking in at the 11th spot, the defending champions, the Warriors. Number 12. Number 12 right behind them, the Lakers. Then you got the Thunder, the Spurs, and 15 you have the Rockets. I know people like, wait a minute. What's Golden State doing in the 11th spot? They ain't even in the play-in tournament, but it's early.
Yeah, I'm about to say yeah.
Right, it's early in the season, and then unfortunately, Steph Curry got hurt last week. He has a sprained shoulder, so he's gonna be out for a few weeks. So that's going to delay some things, some wins for Golden State. But I feel like at the end of the day, once Steph gets healthy, if he's healthy, then they'll be in the playoffs. The Lakers, they are 13-17. They had a very rough start to start the season. They have been slowly improving, but there's been another issue, and we'll discuss that very soon on Role Play. In the Eastern Conference, the 10th seed, we have the Raptors. 9th seed, the Pacers. 8th seed, the Miami Heat. 7th seed, the Atlanta Hawks. 6th seed, Stephen A. Smith's New York Knicks. 5th seed, the Philadelphia 76ers. The 4th seed, the Brooklyn Nets. Where Brooklyn at? And it's crazy because now, once again, they're in the 4th seed. Jacques Vaughn has taken over that team, and the Nets are playing much, much better. 3 seed, the Cavaliers. 2 seed, Boston Celtics. Number 1 seed, the Milwaukee Bucks. On the outside looking in, we have standing Chicago Bulls. Number 12, we have the Washington Wizards. Number 13, the Magic, T-Bone's team. Number 14, we have the Hornets, and 15, we have the Detroit Pistons. And in a couple of days, we have Christmas Day games, and it's a bummer because once again, I brought up Steph Curry is not playing because that Grizzlies and the Warriors matchup, which is going to be at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That was a game that I had circled from day one of the season.
Yep.
But because
John Morant against the Warriors,
exactly, I was looking forward to that game. But now the thrill of the game has been gone from me because Steph Curry is not going to play because he's hurt.
That's okay. John Morant, if he's healthy, you still get to see him excited play him and the Grizzlies do their thing. They just want to spotlight it. I'm just saying, when I say I'm a fan of his, woo!
Yeah.
That boy is bad.
So the first game of Christmas Day, the 76ers play at the Knicks. The second game, the Lakers at the Mavericks. Third game, the Bucks at the Celtics. The next game, the Grizzlies at the Warriors. And in the last game, to round out everything, we have the Suns versus the Nuggets. So we still got some great games, but because of some injuries, it's a little bit of a sting removed from the games because of certain guys being out. But look forward to it. Christmas Day should be good. I'll still look forward to it.
But I'm looking forward because if you got 4 good teams in general, minus the Lakers, I won't say good because y'all know AD is out again. As Charles Barkley calls him free clothes, he lives up to that nickname. That's the only one out of the people thinking that's gonna be, good that their team ball is all right. Even with this LeBron, it's just not there. But the other teams without Steph, the Warriors still got Draymond, Clay, even Jordan Poole. You still got some good stuff team ball to see, like it's still exciting, But Warriors, because I watch the Lakers enough. I can turn them off in between quarters, so they're not that exciting. They need to get their shit together. But here nor there. Like I said, the Grizzly one with Durant, their squad, they young, they hungry. It's exciting. Their competition is suck or be great. They're going to give you their all, and they play ball all 4 quarters. So with the injuries, it's still going to be some good matchups. And, you know, with the NFL going to play some of their games, I still rather see some NBA games. So.
You going to say something, Sidol?
Hey, you know, I'm a football guy, so you know I'm gonna watch my football. I know it ain't really much to watch on that side either. You know, talking about the thriller's gone. Shoot,
thriller's gone
from some of them
what?
Christmas Day games.
It's a rare feat, though. It's a rare feat that we could talk about NFL and NBA games on the same day, multiple. This haven't happened in God knows when. So you ain't gotta be the biggest NFL fan. You ain't gotta be the biggest NBA fan, but in a sports fan of those two, you should be excited because you literally, from when you get the crust out your eyes on Christmas Sunday to if you're going to church or about to eat breakfast, then you're going to have sports on nonstop. Professional, competitive, hopefully. That's great. When the last time you heard somebody say literally almost from sun up to sundown, but basketball or football? Exactly.
It's a beautiful thing.
You ain't heard it before. There you go.
Yeah, so definitely should be exciting on Christmas Day. So definitely stay tuned for that. Now, let's go ahead and get into some role play. Y'all already know what it is. We have some incredible athletes, coaches that's going to be on this segment of the show. And up first, Bunny kind of brought him up. They call them street clothes. We have on the platform Sports Talk Show for the very first time, Mr. Anthony Street Clothes Davis. Street Clothes, how you doing, man?
Oh, y'all talking to me? Oh, yeah. What's up? Glad to be here. Thanks for having me on the platform Sports Talk Show. What's going on, fellas?
Man, it's a pleasure to have you on the show, Anthony Davis. Now, of course, Bunny, you can't see, but for those watching right now, Anthony Davis, I have you grayed out, but you have on the bright, yellow jersey because your injuries have been a gray area in regards to the Lakers. and street clothes. Oh, I'm sorry, Anthony Davis. Word is, or from the visuals that we saw, you hurt your ankle while you were in midair. How in the hell did that happen?
Wait, you know what? You brought up a good question. I was still trying to get an answer to. But while I got to be in street clothes, figuring out how I got this injury, I must say I do wear some nice attire. That gold jersey that's showing on right now for me, I look very well in it. I don't mind wearing street clothes either. So I look pretty good because every time I get an injury, I feel like it's time to switch up my wardrobe. That's kind of important to me right now. I mean, injuries happen here and there. I've been having all my career. Things follow me back to the Pelicans days, the Lakers days now. What I do, street clothes. But I still trying to give them my all. I'm gonna help the team out. Don't mind my unibrow here. It used to give me powers, now it doesn't. So that injury I had in midair. Again, I find out the answer, let me know. Because otherwise, I'm just saying street clothes,
So, a lot of people are saying, well, you have LeBron James, who's, close to 40 years old, and he doesn't have as many injuries as you have occurred over the last few years. And people are wondering, how come you're not following in LeBron's footsteps in regards to whatever he's doing in the offseason to remain healthy and be on the floor? Because you've been playing MVP caliber basketball since you came back from your previous, injury earlier this season. What are you not doing that LeBron and others are doing to stay healthy and be on the floor every day?
Yeah, who said I'm not doing stuff that they're doing? I mean, I work out in the off season. I work out during the regular season. Injuries happen, and when they happen, I like to darn what I do best is wear street clothes. I'm just saying, I'm getting my attire better and better. after every injury. So I do what they do. I'm an athlete, they athlete. I do a regimen, they do a regimen. Hey, I do what works for me. My regimen works up until the injury happens. I got to don my street clothes. That's my second best specialty. So, shout out to LeBron, shout out to my teammates. They do their workouts, I do mine. This is one of them things. I just had this all my whole career, but I'm still here. I'm trying to be a Laker. When I got my street clothes, that's what I like to put on, a Laker jersey. So do what I can for the team.
So my last question, and my mom, she watches, so shouts out to your mom, love you. But she's very frustrated in regards to you, Anthony Davis. And what do you say to people like my mom who wants to support you and believe in you, but have lost faith because they can't depend on you to stay healthy?
Well, first, shout out to your mom. Thanks her for watching me and my team. Shout out to her seeing my street clothes that I've done very well on the bench because, I have more outings in my street clothes than I do in my jersey because I've been having these injuries. When I'm not injured, I pretty much show up to play. But, injuries happen. I can't control it. So you don't have faith in me. I don't know what to tell you. I got faith in me. I got faith that I will don street clothes at least half a season every year. So hopefully your mom, changed her mindset on me, have faith in me. And I definitely will show up and nothing else on the bench in my street clothes.
There we go. We had Anthony Davis on the Platform Sports Talk Show. So that was an incredible interview. But we're not done. Because, Sadal, I believe you have someone on the line. Who do you have on the show?
Yes. So right here on the Platform Sports Talk Show, we have one Coach Sean McVay on the Platform Sports. Yes. Sean McVay on Platform Sports Talk Show.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's a pleasure to be here on the show, and look forward to it. I've been hearing a lot about the show, and I know this has been a crazy year for us. I just won a championship last year. This year it hasn't been the same, but it's a pleasure to be on the Platform Sports Talk Show.
Hey, Coach A, I know it's been a tough year. And what can you make out of this year with all the injuries on the offensive line, and then all the injury bugs seem to spread all across the team? What do you do at this point of the season? You've got knocked out of the playoffs. What is your main focus right now?
Stay the course. We got to use this time right now to humble ourselves, to work on being better individually, and have a plan for next season. Once again, last year was incredible to be able to win a Super Bowl. I believe I'm the youngest winning Super Bowl coach in history. Did we maybe prepare in the correct way to repeat as champions? Maybe not, and that's on me. I know a lot of talk has been after we won Super Bowl that maybe me and Aaron Donald should have maybe retired. And I'm going to say this now on the Platform Sports Talk Show. This is an exclusive that maybe I should have followed my first mind and got my ring and then moved to the broadcast booth. Maybe, I've served my time and should have went on and moved on to big and better things and left, on the top of the mountain after winning the championship.
Oh man, that's a big statement, Coach McVay. Now why do you say that? Has it been a tough season? Would you feel the same way, say, if the Rams were winning games?
I mean, it's very possible, but no, I'm looking at it long term, and we don't have any first round picks until I have gray hair, and that may be a long time from now. And if you don't get the first round picks or even second round picks, how can we really start to develop a core? And of course, with us spending a lot of money, of course, which I will say it was worth it because we did win a ring. Money did bring a championship. People say that doesn't happen, but it happened. We proved it last year, and it was worth it. But now thinking about long term, and will I be able to develop these guys and turn them into monsters over the next few years, knowing that I don't have first round draft pick for the next couple of years. So it's going to be a tough road for us.
Now, listen, speaking of development here, now a lot of fans, you get a lot of criticism right now of your play calling. Now, everybody knows that you're an incredible offensive coach, offensive-minded coach, but in many games, we see that you're not really running the ball. The focus is not on the running game. Now, we know the offensive line has been hurt, but there has been opportunities there, especially against teams that are suffering with stopping the run. You tend to ease back on the run. How can you explain this type of play calling right there on your part?
Well, I have to say, and by the way, great question, but I have to say that the loss of Whitworth retiring last year, Andrew Whitworth, he was a big anchor. That was a huge loss for our team. Then we had some other injuries on the O-line, and that pretty much affected my play calling. I do want to run the ball a whole lot, but you saw what happened with Darrell Henderson. He's not even on our team anymore. Cam Akers, he started off on a team, but he was hurt from last year, and I wasn't really happy with what he was doing as a running back. And for a minute, he may have been gone for the team, but now he's back. He's slowly getting to the person that we want him to be. But injuries have really hurt us this year. Not saying it's because of the Super Bowl hangover, but injuries have really hurt our team. And it's been hard to try to really have the next option, the next man to step up. Wide receivers, Allen Robinson, he hasn't produced, the way that he should. Cooper Kupp, he's hurt now out for the rest of the season. So there's been a lot of adjustments, and we just haven't gotten those guys to produce the way that I hoped. So once again, I would not blame the guys. I put on myself because that's just who I am. This really is a mountain against us right now. But once again, at the end of the day, I still look good. I'm the sexiest coach in all of football, and I'm a Super Bowl champion. So I'm good. Life is good.
I guess that sexiest is self-proclaimed. But anyway, what I want to bring up moments. There's moments in the season where we had chances to win, and it just seemed in some cases we lucked up and won. And in some cases, we lost big time, especially the game against the Buccaneers. And I want to bring this up because there has been criticism that you let off the gas a little bit when it comes to crunch time, and you don't take those chances, and you try to play it safe at the end of the game, and it cost you the game, similar to what happened to the Rams against the Buccaneers. Can you address that for our viewers, please?
I had to be honest, and once again, great question. And this is the issue that I've had with myself. I put the pedal to the metal for a certain time of the game, but then when games get tight, I take the foot off the gas, and that's something that I need to work on myself. That is 100% on me. There's times where you have to continue to play to win, not to play to protect the lead. And that's the issue that needs to be addressed to myself, and be a better play caller in certain situations to keep the foot on the necks and to not give a team a chance. And looks like ever since that game, our team has spiraled, and Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, not saying that they're the best team since then, but they've been inspired and they've been playing better since then. So that's something that I have to definitely work on myself, is to always be aggressive, keep a college coach mentality where you want to run up the score and make teams mad at you because they're beating you by so many points. So that's on me. But once again, I'm still sexy.
Okay, whatever about that. Last question, and we'll wrap it up with this one. We know 2022 is a wrap for the Rams, but it's not like the Rams did not have the players. They're just hurt. And what do you see, assuming that you do come back to coach for 2023, what do you see in the future of the LA Rams going forward?
If we stay healthy, we're going to be a force. Bottom line, we just need to be healthy. I do expect more from Jalen Ramsey. He hasn't had the best year. He's been healthy pretty much throughout the whole season. I expect more from him to step up his game. People are calling him out. You know, he'll say stuff on social media and the whole nine, saying he's that guy. He's him, but then he'll get beat on a certain play. So these guys, I'm really big on accountability. Aaron Donald, if he decides to come back still next year, needs to stay on the field, stay healthy, keep his head in the game. Bobby Wagner, got him last year from Seattle. Need him to be that leader that the team needs. But basically, it's all about health, man. It's all about health.
Well, Coach McVay, it's been an honor to have you here on the Platform Sports Talk show. Hopefully, good luck with the rest of the season and best of luck to you going forward. And hopefully you remain the coach for the Los Angeles Rams in the future.
Thank you for your time. And St. Louis, sorry I didn't know you, but love you.
Oh man.
Fun times, role play. So Bunny, I understand that you have a special guest, and this guy has been pretty controversial over the last few months. He was the head coach of Jackson State University, but then he made a big move and decided to go to Colorado. Who's your guest that you have on the show?
None other than Mr. Primetime himself, Deion Sanders.
Thank you, Bunny, for having me here. And it's quite fitting that you have Prime on the platform. So, Bunny, I thank you again for this opportunity to talk to y'all.
Not a problem. Hopefully you and all 8 of your toes are doing well over there in cold Colorado now.
Now, come on, Bunny. Now, why you got to do me like that? Now, that's not nice. That's not nice. I'm still proud.
You want to put out your 8 toes. You and Shannon Sharp interviewing each other. You put out there showing you only had 8 toes. Hey, I'm just calling it how I see it.
Hey, see you and Shannon always got jokes. You know what I'm saying? You got jokes. Always.
Well, let me ask you this, Prime Time. So, since you love the spotlight and love all eyes on you and your team, so what do you feel like the spotlight was on you with our HBCU alums and specifically Jackson State alums thinking you jump ship to go to a white institution and you telling people you want to invest players and they should come to HBCU? So, what are your thoughts about people saying you basically sold out?
And see, that's the problem, you know. See, everybody wants to look at the story and don't want to look at the glory. You see, I think that was pretty good right there. I don't know about you right there. I think I said something right there. I think that was darn good right there for me. But look at the things that I did for and put attention to the HBCUs in Jackson State. And see, I made sure that our players had the proper platform and ability to shine. And I put all the emphasis on the players and getting them everything that they need to succeed. You see, it's the job of everyone else that is left behind to go and move forward with that blueprint. You know, see, God called me to Colorado. And see, people don't want to understand that. You see, they want to look at the bad side, but they don't want to look at the good side. It's a crab in the barrel situation with our people sometimes. And see, I just got to do what's best for everybody and what God called me to do.
Okay, so now you're prophesying like you a minister here. Okay, well then, Reverend Prime, since you're talking about what God prophesied you to do,
Coach Prime. please. Thank you.
Oh gosh, my bad, Coach Prime. Since you're prophesying that God called you what to do and help get some players on the football field, good players, and specifically your sons, how do you see their career going forward? Since you're moving on to Colorado, they're following you, or are they following their dreams, or both? What's going on with them?
Well, I already called Shadua our quarterback. That's the first thing. Shadua our quarterback. Shiloh, I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. I gotta talk to him, but he's in my doghouse. But Shadua the quarterback. And look, everybody said there's nepotism. Look what they did on the field. They darn good to me. And so I bring in the best. It just so happens that my son have what it takes to play on that level. And hey, if you ain't got what it takes, you have to jump in that portal, because I'm bringing luggage and it's Louis. And so I already told Colorado that I'm coming.
I gonna just roll my
Tell
eyes at you,
everybody that I'm coming. That's all I'm saying. I'm coming. And I'm telling you right now, today was signing day. I'll tell you like this right here. Okay. Everybody that we sought out, they coming. And I got some surprises for y'all coming up. So y'all better get ready, Colorado, because we coming.
I was about to say, you're using the word coming a lot. So have you finally made it to Colorado, and have you finally set up shop, and have you finally done everything? Instead of keep saying you coming, have you got everything established, including getting all the top recruits that you're trying to go after, set up your home, set up another film room and everything like you did Jackson State? I mean, have you done everything that you did at Jackson State now at Colorado already?
Oh no, I'm just getting started, baby. Did you see my office? It got that black and white luxurious carpets right there. I was cleaning up, baby. We was there 4 in the morning. We are not done yet. We just getting started. And see, I have a plan. I don't walk in anything haphazardly. I have a plan for Colorado. And see, this is just the first day. We got our coaching staff. Now, see, so now there's some coaches, hey, you know, we dealing with a 1-11 team. Not everybody gonna stay. Like I said, jump in that portal. You better jump in that portal, do something. Because not everybody's gonna stay here. We want dogs. We want dogs on this team. You hear me? So we not done yet. We just getting started, baby.
Okay, so final question for you. What do you want to tell the fans of Jackson State, and how you think your legacy should be portrayed in your short stint there?
I want to thank all the faculty and staff of Jackson State for really giving me an opportunity to show what we all can do when we focus our money, time, and attention to the kids. And my hope and my wish is that they carry that legacy forward for Jackson State, and to make sure that not only in Jackson State, but in all the HBCU, the possibilities are out there. The blueprint is there. Hopefully they carry that on and make sure that HBCUs are put in a good light in the future. So I want to thank and God bless everybody here at Jackson State.
Well, all right, Coach Prime. Well, I'm so glad you decided to take your cheesing and your very, I don't want to say eloquent, but very interesting vocabulary words and use them on this interview. I'll, pray much success for you and your endeavors at Colorado. And again, with all that luggage you carrying, Louis ain't the only one that makes luggage, FYI. Have a great and Merry Christmas.
All right, God bless you all.
The dog, dude. You had me there for a second. I was like, it sounded so arrogant, like Prime. Oh my God.
You know, the people don't understand. I've been a Deion Sanders fan ever since he was high stepping and doing the Deion shuffle in the end zone.
There we go.
Matter of fact, I got a theory of why T-Bone, he's not on here. I got a theory of why T-Bone picks on me and hates Deion, and it's all tied together. I'll leave that story for later when he's on the show and he's
next week.
He's like doing all of his gallivanting. I'm gonna drop that story, my theory on you. So that's a little preview for next week.
Okay. Okay.
I got a theory on why it all ties together.
I love it. I love it. That was role play. This is the Platform Sports Talk Show. I am your boy Smooth. Over here we have
Private Sadal.
And right down below we have
it's your girl Bunny.
There you go. She is, as you see, at home now. She's good to go. She's visual. She's showing off right now. And for those of the first time, thank you very much. Tune in on, of course, follow us, should I say, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. Subscribe button, click on that
bell, baby. Ding, 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 ding.
Because anytime you go live, Sadal,
you will be notified, baby.
There you go. There you go. Be on Instagram. You can email us at platformsportstalkshow@gmail.com. The show will be uploaded right after the show is over on Roku. So if you have Roku, we know you do. Go ahead and get that Platform Sports Talk Show channel going on. Put us on there. Give us a follow. Show us love. We also on Hot 365 Radio. Crystal clear. The voices sound beautiful. Sound amazing. Go on hot365radio.com or on the app and give us a follow or show love to Hot 365 Radio every first Wednesday of the month. Ladies night.
Ladies night. Hey,
and the feel is right. And every last Wednesday of the month, we have the Man Cave. But this month and this month only, it's been different. We already had the very first Wednesday of the month, part 1. But next week, we have part 2 of the Super Show.
Remix, baby. Man Cave. Ladies night.
Ladies night crew. And next week, barring the weather conditions, everyone or majority of the people will be all in one place in person. It's going to be epic. It's going to be fun. We're going to be at the G Spot. You don't know about the G Spot? Find out next week. I'm just saying.
Put that disclaimer out there, please, because you're gonna have people like, wait, what kind of show?
Y'all talking about, man?
Just gotta tune in to see. So a few comments here.
There's a couple brothers like, I want to see.
Right. I'm gonna tune in next week to see this G Spot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, hold on. All the guys like,
really?
So a few comments. Shout out to my dude, man, John. Then he says, "Ha role playing." Then he says, "Must be the money." He goes to Dion.
Must be the money.
Yeah. He says, ABCUs. And then shout out to my boy Sosa. He says, man, some of those words talking about Dion were spot on.
He sure was. I might say interesting vocabulary because I'm like, wait a minute now.
He had the whole country twang going on too.
He did. That's why he had me for a second. I'm like, he really sound like prime time.
I watch a lot of, a lot of his videos. His son put out. I really am a fan of Deion Sanders. I'm just interested to kind of see behind the scenes of what coaches have to go through and go through as far as recruiting and dealing with the players and things. I think it's interesting, and it's even more interesting because it's Deion Sanders. Right. And so I watch, on YouTube and on Instagram, I watch all those videos. So I guess that's how I got his stuff down.
You were spot on with it because I was watching the videos on Instagram too a lot. Like I said, his son did a smart thing, marketing and by showing the behind the scenes stuff. So you did pick up his talk.
But you know, I watched the latest video. They are picking up a lot of great prospects, man.
Okay.
And I know that there was questions in the last Super Show if he can pull other players from the top or the Power 5 schools. He has been doing that. And if you really think about it, a lot of those Power 5 rosters are so deep that you get people that were lost in the shuffle. They may be 4 stars, you know, here and there that may not get in that playing time, and they see over in Colorado and what they're doing. You are seeing people from Clemson, from Ohio State. They're all coming to. I'm coming. They're all coming to.
Coming.
Right. There you go. The word coming. You said so many damn times. I'm like, damn.
They got me saying.
Hold on, Bunny. Are you sitting on the steps right now?
Top of the steps. Yes, sir. I am. If you want to see a little bit of the background, I got it as a Christmas Wonderland for y'all.
Hey, is she in the season mode?
I'm in the top of the steps because I'm getting a breather while the girls are doing their thing.
I just thought of something, you know, on a side note, after you log off of the Platform Sports Talk Show, go over and head over to Lou Young the Third's channel. He does a spot on Dion, and it is hilarious. His Instagram and in a lot of his videos, Dion himself caught on him. He's laughing at it. Him got the bow leg and everything. You gotta put the back foot down, dog.
See, sound like a more more.
No, and I think about it. I'm thinking about it. Bunny has her hat. I have mine. Sadal, where your Santa hat at?
I don't know, man. I guess I'm Grinch today. I don't know.
I
do have.
He's a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
I'm coming.
Here we go.
I was ready. You had the picture. Y'all had the picture on, but I had all the makings of Prime. See, you had that picture up. See, I had the shades and everything. That's what I got.
There it is. I got you. So we gonna stay on Prime Time 11 to discuss some football right now. The divisions.
You want to discuss that Prime? Oh yeah, you know, encore because I'm Prime, and so I'm going to discuss a little bit of NFL action for y'all.
All
right, well, Prime, go ahead and talk about the NFC East. Who leading up top right now?
All right, in that NFC East, we got those Washington Commanders. They not really commanding a lot, but they got screwed by them referees out there. And you got the New York Giants. You got the Dallas Cowboys, one of my former teams right there, you know. And then you got the Philadelphia Eagles on top. They 13-1, baby. You know, they winning right now.
Bunny, tell everybody about the NFC North.
That North, baby, after that comeback when the Vikes did, 33-0, y'all. Down 33-0. You can't tell me the Colts suck and that the Vikings coaching staff got it together. Here nor there. That North ain't no punk though, because the Vikings is there. Somebody was sleeping on the Lions. Some people thought the Lions were gonna be sucky year after year, which they usually are. They may squeeze in. They 7-7 right now. They actually better than the Packers. That's what's surprising. I don't think anybody saw that one coming.
I'm saying it now. The Lions will make the playoffs.
I can see it happening now. At this point, I mean, I can't deny it. Like, them boys actually been pulling together because they started off losing, so everybody thought the same old Lions, but they had put together some good win streaks. So the boys, I'm surprised. I really am. Now,
I'm gonna tell you like this here. The Lions are some dogs.
They are okay. But the Bears, nobody's surprised about them. I mean, I don't think they can catch a break at this point. I don't know. They changed quarterbacks. The defense still not holding it down. The offense just lagging. I don't know. They didn't do another shuffle of the GM plus the person. I don't know what the hell's going on. But this is a tired story, I must say. But Prime Time, what you got to say about that North Division? I mean, anything else I ain't say?
No, I think you spot on with it. You know the Lions as a dog. I don't know about you know Vikings. You know they got them big wins. I don't know about them long term. They look kind of shaky to me.
What about the Packers though? We thought Aaron Rodgers would have the team a little bit better.
They ain't relevant. They losing. They ain't relevant. They not gonna win. They not winning. They just not winning.
Okay.
They ain't it.
They ain't it. They ain't it right.
In the NFC South, the Buccaneers are leading the division at 6-8. Yes, at 6-8. Then
That's
second
crazy.
place, you have you have a three-way tie. The Panthers, the Saints, and the Falcons are all 5-9. So it's still up for grabs in regards to who can win that division. And you had you had 3 weeks left, y'all. 3 weeks.
A lot
left.
can happen in 3 weeks, man. I know it's any given Sunday. Hell, it's any given 3 weeks at this point in that division. Sheesh.
I think it's a darn shame. You got these terrible teams out there. I'm sorry, Atlanta, but I got to tell the truth. I got to. You got 5-9. They ain't even got no winning records, and we talking about them still in the hunt to win a division. That's criminal.
John that says NFC sucks, not NFC South.
He said not just the division, the whole NFC sucks. No, not the whole conference. Yeah, I promise you, not the whole conference.
Now the NFC West. Oh, I'm sorry. The NFC West, you have the 49ers. They won the division this past Thursday or last Thursday when they beat the second place Seattle Seahawks, in which they are barely hanging on, which we'll see very soon in the next slide. The Cardinals and the Rams, they out. They have been eliminated from the playoffs. So they're both 4-10. Let's talk about the AFC West, Bunny.
So the Chiefs are doing what the Chiefs do. They start dominating again. This last game they played on Sunday was against the who was it? Who did they play on Sunday, y'all? Y'all remember?
Texans.
Okay. So of course that was gonna be a walkthrough. That it was gonna be no competition, but still.
Wait a minute now. The Chiefs almost
we
lost
thought
that
it was gonna be a walkthrough. We thought, but previous Sundays they've been kicking butts. And again, a panic button hit a little early, but they got it together. But the Chiefs are gonna run away with that division, and they're gonna go all the way to the AFC Championship. When they pull off a trip to the Super Bowl, that's to be determined. But definitely playoff bound. Regarding everybody else in the West, I feel so sorry for Russell Wilson because I don't know what the heck happened with him in the Broncos. Like, I don't know if the offensive calling, if it's the protection he ain't get. I don't get it. Something went south there, but I don't know. But the Las Vegas Raiders, no surprise.
They paid the man, but he ain't holding no business in the bargain.
You so prime time. Please give me your thoughts. You are so funny. This is really hilarious. He went out of character after our segment. He's still in character. This is hilarious.
It's the glasses. It is the glasses. He's still rocking the glasses, y'all. See? There you go.
Prime, baby. Prime.
That's so fit. Oh, so what are your thoughts though on the what other division is this?
NFC West. I'm sorry, AFC West.
AFC West, yeah. Prime.
Oh, well, I can talk about, hey, it's the Chiefs all day. I mean, what are we talking about here? Now the Chargers got it. They got a chance. That kid they got over there, quarterback. Justin Herbert. He can slang the rock now. But hey, it's something special. It's something special about that number 15 though. Something special about it. He may be going places. So, hey, that's my thoughts on it.
And Prime, talk about the AFC South.
All right, AFC South, which we have here, is we got the Titans at 7-7, and then you got the Jacksonville Jaguars, and then you got the Colts, and you got the Texans. I don't know why we really talking about them right now, but I don't know, man. This
Wait, you said you don't know why we talking about the Jets?
No, the Texans.
Oh, the Texans.
See, you didn't even know. You didn't even know. You got the name wrong. See, that's why they irrelevant.
What did you say?
They only won one darn game all year.
Have them glasses off
with a tie.
Make you see straight. Hold on now.
With the Texans, they only won a darn game. I mean, come on. And now,
I'm sorry. Hot take. I'm saying it now. Jaguars will win the AFC South.
Would surprise me.
I can see that. Because I've been saying it from last season. The Jaguars have been slowly improving. I can see that. What's his name? Lawrence. What's the quarterback?
Trevor Lawrence.
He has been showing out from last season. Sunshine. People sleeping on him. They've been improving. The line's improving. He's getting more protection, throwing it downfield more. I can't speak so much about their defense, but I definitely see. If you calling it the Jaguars going to the playoff, that's not going to be a surprise. And not this season, definitely next year.
It's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
Oh, okay. Spoiler alert.
You heard it here first on the platform Sports Talk Show.
John said, someone get a sidewall. Someone get a sidewall, a Jerry curl wig. You sound like
no, he said Sadal. He meant Sadal.
Oh, okay. Someone gets a Jerry curl wig. Sound like Prime.
Hey, the Jerry curl looked wet, but it was dry. Don't get it twisted.
All I know is if you look good, you play good. If you play good,
smooth. Come on now. Come on now.
Go
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. Tell us.
If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. If you pay good, they pay good. If they pay good, your life's good. And if your life's good, you die good.
Hey.
I can't with this, man. I can't. Oh my God.
There it is. Words of knowledge from Prime. So going back to the AFC. The AFC East, the Bills are 11-3. Looks like they may get that division crown by next week. The Dolphins are second place. Patriots and Jets are 7-7. The Jets, you can't sleep on them. I know they've been having a little bit of tough time the last few weeks, but they are definitely a respectable team now. You can't just say, "Oh, this is the Jets. This is an easy win." No, times have changed. So shouts out to the Jets in regards to the success that Robert Saleh, the head coach, and that team have been doing this past season.
Yeah, the Bills are just flat dominating. They dominating this year, and I'm telling you, they a team of dogs. You got to be ready for them because they coming.
They're coming. And in the AFC North, the Bengals played in the Super Bowl last year, representing the AFC, of course. They in first, second place, the Ravens, third place, the Browns, and last, the Steelers. Another prediction, y'all. I have the Bengals going back to the Super Bowl.
Whoa. Wait, I'm breaks on that one now.
Joe Burrow's a bad man now.
I was
Joe Burrow.
Nah,
he almost got as much swag as Prime. Almost.
The swag don't get you the W's. I mean, yes, they do, but they don't. They do.
You got to correct yourself.
I beg to differ.
I said they do and they don't. So you agree and you don't agree. That's what you're supposed to say.
We agree to disagree.
No, we agree to agree.
Oh, we agree.
The swag gets you the W's, and the swag doesn't give you the W's. Just saying. Which side of the ball you working with? So, with Gardner Bengals, you talking about they going to the Super Bowl? You told me they was going to the AFC Championship. I make a run with it. The Super Bowl, nah.
Who gonna stop them? And don't say the
You think that
Chiefs.
defense is that tough that they can stop
Yes.
everybody and mom all the way to the Super Bowl? They defense
Yes.
that tough.
Yes.
Who defense? Okay, let me ask you this: who defense is better than theirs? That may help
Nobody.
me figure like, okay, you think
In the
nobody else
AFC?
defense better than the Bengals?
In the AFC, nobody.
Yeah,
Because with the Bills, Von Miller, he's out for the rest of the season.
he is. Unfortunately, that is a terrible loss.
And the Chiefs, in which Sadal's twin brother is the OC. What's his name? Sadal? Eric Bieniemy.
Now, if that's his twin brother, then Jacques Vaughn got to be your twin brother. So now y'all both got twin brothers, one of each of those.
Hold on.
Okay, got
it. Here we go. Hold on. Y'all already know. I'm gonna find something. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, I take the damn glasses off of this, man. Hold on, what you talking about, man?
He want to see it live in living color.
Hold on, man. I'm breaking character. Hold on. Wait a minute.
That's funny.
Hold on. Here it comes. 10, 9, the countdown. 8.
You see, I come on this show out of the kindness of my heart.
4.
And see y'all.
Man, can we all just get along?
Foolishness.
Hold on. Here we come.
I didn't come
y'all.
here for this.
You
all
did.
Of this
You
mess,
came here
man.
for the laughs, the giggles, the roasted, all of that. And go with the territory on the platform.
Always get the short.
All right, here we go. Here is the dog's twin. Here's the dog's twin. The offensive coordinator for the Chiefs.
Hey, IJS. He on to something right here, Sadal. I'm sorry, prime time. I'm sorry. He on to something.
Hold on. You know what? I just found an even better picture. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see. Sadal.
I don't see any resemblance at all.
Oh man. People in the comments, let me know if you see it. Cause you know what?
Don't do it.
This picture here, I think is gonna be the winner. Here it comes. Here it comes. Hold on. All right. I'll load it up. This one right here is it.
I'm gonna remember this move. I'm gonna remember this.
All right, Bunny. Here we go. It's coming up. Bam.
That ain't funny. It's not funny.
Why not? It is funny.
I don't see nothing hilarious about this.
He ain't denying it.
It ain't funny.
That's
man.
why he gotta shake his head, because he's like, oh damn, that is my twin. He couldn't even deny it. It's okay though. It's okay. Hey, you got status. That's the OC, offensive coordinator of the dominant Chiefs. You better run with it, bro. You better get those perks.
I'm gonna remember
prime
this.
time at daytime and him at nighttime. There you go.
I'm gonna remember this.
Uh-oh. We got a comment. John says, not funny, but hilarious.
Oh yeah. Jonathan, man, don't encourage this guy. Don't encourage
You're just saying that y'all look so much alike that you should be
all.
proud if he
Made me
two
break.
different people.
Made me
prime
break
time
character of
and
prime.
OC coordinator of the Chiefs. I'm just saying.
Broke character of prime for this.
20 twin
It's worth it
twin.
though. It's worth it.
20 twin. All right, so if the playoffs started today, this is how it looks. Number 1 seed, we have in the AFC the Bills, and the NFC the Eagles. In the AFC wildcard rounds, we have the 7 seed Dolphins, 2 seed Chiefs. That would be a very intriguing matchup that you cannot sleep on the Dolphins if they happen to face the Chiefs in the first round. Of course, things can change because we have 3 more weeks left, but
it'll be a rematch of sorts right there, with the wide receiver. Oh man, his name just escaped me. For
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, Tyreek Hill going against his former team.
Yes, that would be a very intriguing matchup. Then the next one would be number 6 seed Chargers versus number 3 seed Bengals, and the number 5 seed the Ravens versus number 4 seed the Titans, which I feel like will be the Jaguars in that spot, but we'll see. In the NFC, We have once again the Eagles as a number 1 seed. We have the 7th seed, the Commanders, the Commandos, Craig Black's team will face the number 2 seed, the Vikings, as of right now. Then we have the Giants versus T-Bones, 49ers, and then the Cowboys and the Buccaneers. And that will be a game too, that if those two teams were to match up,
Buccaneers?
Yeah, because it's Tom Brady. Tom Brady in the playoffs. You never know with the Tom Brady led team.
I think Tom Brady's is done because just look at last week, man. I mean, they're 6-5. They're not the same team as 2 years ago. But I just don't see the Buccaneers as that major contender. The cachet of Brady is there, but the team ain't willing.
So to say Booger McFarlane vibes too.
Oh my God. I thought I was safe with T-Bone off the show for at least for this week. I just get I don't know. I just get all the grief. I'm like the comic relief of this show. I don't appreciate that.
Hey man, it's all love, man. It's how we do on the platform Sports Talk show. But yeah, once again, that was if the playoffs started today. Once again, on your screen. There you go. But let's bring up once again what Bunny brought up earlier, Sadal. If you are the Colts and you went through that experience of being up 33-0 at the half, and then you lose the game against the Vikings, that has to be just a terrible feeling, right?
Yeah, it's terrible, but not as terrible as Matt Ryan's experience.
My God.
Matt Ryan has the I guess honor or unhonor or whatever you want to call it of being involved in the greatest comeback in both regular season history and Super Bowl history. And I don't know how you get into that situation if you're Matt Ryan. The Colts, oh man, they just been so lost ever since Andrew Luck retired. All of a sudden, they just couldn't get right. They just can't find their traction. I mean, they had great players, great teams, but that quarterback position is just shot. And it just put the icing on the cake last week, man. You had a win. You were getting ready to hang your hat on the fact that you got one of the best teams in the league, blowing them out.
Right.
You had it in the bag. All the stuff that's been happening all year. And then you just see slowly that lead fade away, just float away very quickly, as a matter of fact, because it was late in the third quarter, kind of like that Super Bowl.
Man,
they just faded away and it was gone. And, man. And now and then how do you prepare your team in the aftermath of that when you are a new NFL coach yourself?
They ain't gonna last long. But anyway, go ahead.
It's tragic for the Colts, man.
Yeah. And then they already made the decision that Nick Foles will be starting next week for the Colts. So Matt Ryan, he's pretty much done. Like he might well go ahead and retire.
Hey man, there's no shame in going ahead and retiring when you ain't got it, man.
Yeah. Yep. So to go through that experience of being up, you are a professional football team. This ain't college or high school.
I think it was 33 points
to nothing. And then you lose in the second half. You gave up all them points in the second half. Like, that's just unacceptable. Really. Especially when you are a professional football team. Wow.
That their mind, that just shows you in any sport, something like that happens, their mind was not in the game. That's all mindset. That's all
Or
mindset. A killer
or it's
instinct
like,
to shut down a team.
or it's like, they had that big lead, so they're thinking about, what's going to happen the rest of the weekend, stuff like that. Like, oh, we got this in the bag, but the Vikings can't. And I'm shocked because the Vikings are a team I can't trust in the playoffs right now.
No, you can't trust them because it's just so wishy-washy. You never know, because they'll lose games. Like they almost lost that game.
Right.
Yeah, they won, but they almost lost. It's kind of like the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, the Kansas City Chiefs won over the Texans, but it had to go to overtime.
Mm-hmm. And then look at the Cowboys. 2 weeks ago, they almost lost to the Texans. Now to that fourth quarter when they came back, and then they lost to the Jaguars. That's when the Jaguars suck. They are on. As I said before, I see them winning the AFC South. But the Cowboys, I can't trust the Cowboys either.
We're talking about crazy things. The end of that Chargers Raiders game should have never.
No. Patriots and Raiders.
I mean, sorry. I'm giving bad, but Patriots. How can I forget that? Oh my Lord.
God.
Oh,
of all teams, right?
All you had to do was just drop to the ground and go to overtime. No, you had to play hero for no reason. The game's tied. It ain't like you're down. The game is tied. Why are you throwing laterals at a time like this? Just go down and play for overtime. No,
that's it.
You had to just lateral, and they just so happened to lateral it to Chandler Jones, who tips it, and it just falls softly in his arms, and he just ran right through him and won the game. And it should have never happened against a coach that preaches fundamentals and doing your job.
Right.
He had one job, and you couldn't do it. Just go to the ground. What are you doing? Hey, I loved it because I hate the Patriots. I still hate the Patriots, even though Tom Brady is long gone. I still hate the Patriots. So I loved it.
With that being said, I know this was something that was really big when we first started the show, because of course Brady was on the Patriots. Has your respect level or hatred that you had with Brady
still there?
Okay.
I'm gonna shut that down. It's still there. I hate Brady. I wish he would retire. I wish he would go and just go and retire. He should have stayed retired. And you've seen it this year. He should have stayed retired. He'll never be my GOAT. I don't care. He'll never be the GOAT. All the damn cheating.
Got a comment from Jay. He says, "Great job as always, Prime." I mean, Sadal. And then shout out to my church member Christopher Scott. He says the Colts, Vikings, and Cowboys comeback defeats were defensive breakdowns and game management. It all starts with the head coach,
Absolutely, man. And with the Cowboys, it was never a question about the team. It was always a question of Mike McCarthy. Always a question of Mike McCarthy. The way he managed that game against the 49ers in the playoffs last year. The timeout situation, that should have never happened. Should have never gotten that situation. The way he managed that game. And and it's just always been, they got the talent. Yeah, sure enough. But that coaching, man, they got to get it together. I think they win. I think they win despite the coach.
He had his moment when, in regards to McCarthy, and Chris says, say it again, Sadal. But he had his moment when, of course, then the Packers won, years back for the Super Bowl. But it's like that was his moment. And ever since then, he just has not been, that guy. And he made it to the Cowboys as the head coach because of what he did with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers during a certain time frame. But even during his last couple of years with the Packers, it was deteriorating. You know, it's like, is he still that dude? So, Cowboy fans, don't be surprised if McCarthy, you know, is not around the next couple years.
I wouldn't be surprised. And if they blow it this year, they got a great chance.
Oh yeah, that's a wrap.
They got a great chance. I really don't see a super dominating team in either conference right now. So it's wide open. It's wide open for anybody to win right now.
I am glad you said that, because as great as the Phillies, the Eagles have been, their schedule hasn't really been that tough. So it's like, how are you going to be when you are in pressurized situations facing better teams? Let's say if they face the 49ers, they playing as one of the best teams in all of football right now, and that's with a third string quarterback in Brock Purdy. That team is dangerous, you know. And I know T-Bone ain't listening right now, but you know he'll be like,
he'd be gotta hear his mouth for 30 minutes bloviating about the 49ers. But yes,
right. But I mean, that team is scary. Of course, playing the Cowboys, and I believe they play this upcoming weekend, but Jalen Hurts is hurt, so no pun intended. So he may not be playing at all. But the Eagles' schedule has not been, once again, like the best schedule or a very tough schedule this year. So we shall definitely see about that. But once again, as I said before, I have the Jaguars winning the AFC South, and I have the Bengals. Oops, wrong screen. I have the Bengals winning the AFC North and going to the Super Bowl. I have the Lions going into the playoffs. So those are my three.
You know, I was too busy in my Deion Sanders. I disagree with you, Smooth. I still, as far as the Bengals going to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Now it's no discredit to the Bengals. They're a great team. I still think the Chiefs do it, because Patrick Mahomes, man. I know their defense has been shaky, but dang, every time you think you got him, Patrick Mahomes finds a way.
But
didn't quite work out last year, and I think that was a lesson.
But what team is Mahomes' kryptonite?
I don't know. They lost to the Bengals last year, if that's what you're referring to. Yeah, they lost to them.
That's the kryptonite.
But I think that was just an opportunity that was open, and they took it. Saying, you know, as far as the Bengals, I don't think that they'd have the Chiefs number like that.
But
I think it was just an opportunity, a golden opportunity. They just went out there and took it, and they got it.
But about a month ago, the Bengals and the Chiefs played again, and the Bengals won.
True.
I'm telling you, the Bengals have the Chiefs number. They are living rent free in the Chiefs' heads right now. I guarantee you that. And
I think that's fuel. I think that's fuel for Patrick Mahomes, though.
And with the Bengals, they are the kind of team that it doesn't matter if they are on the road or at home. They like, what'd you say, prime time? They coming.
Yeah. Hey, and then don't forget the Bills, even though they lost Von Miller. I said it to Deion, but they got some heart over there. Josh Allen got some heart. And the way they played that game against, I mean, it was an all-time classic. Chiefs Bills. That was an all-time classic game. That was played last year. I just see they got not just Josh Allen, but players on that team got some heart, man. They got some grit, you know, up and down that lineup. So we can't count them out. They may be that team that goes to the Super Bowl.
So how do I want to say this?
I still say the Chiefs, though.
The only way I can see the Bills going to the Super Bowl, they have to have all their playoff games at home. I
Really?
can't see the Bills. I can't see the Bills winning a huge playoff game on the road. They have to be at home to me for them to go to the Super Bowl.
I think that's character building, man. I think that's we'll see. We'll see. If they're in that position, they never was in that position when it counted. Now we're talking about regular season, but it's a different monster when you get into a one and done situation when backs against the wall, your records don't matter. Anybody can win. And like I said before, just moments ago, I don't see a dominant team. Anybody could win this thing. So
in which of course that's a great thing, for NFL.
I love it. I love the parody. I know the Rams haven't won, they made it, but I'm a football fan. I'm a football fan at the end of the day, and I like to see the competition.
So we have a comment from Chris says, facts, Smooth. The NFC East have the easiest schedule in the league. The Bengals have a defense that can deal with anyone in the league. The Bills and Chiefs have to fix their issues. So there it is. Once again, this is your Wednesday night Sports Delight, the platform sports talk show. It has been a very, very fun show. Bunny had to step away just for a minute. She hopefully can come back before we end the show. But let's go ahead and here she goes. She's about to come back on. Just a second. Just give me the cue, Bunny. Give me a thumbs up or something. Then I go ahead and put you back on. Want to make sure that you're ready. She's getting set up and everything. So just give her 1 second. But this has been an incredible show. Once again, Sadal, thank you for joining in last minute and taking it back old times, y'all. Old times. The original co-host of the platform sports talk
without
show.
Without them hard wooden stools.
Oh man, that and the big elbow microphones. I mean, it was just a whole lot that we started off.
It was it was everything.
But to be able to have the show get to a level that it's getting to right now, it's a great thing. And for those tuning in with the comments, oh my Lord. Breaking news. SLU just lost to SIUE at the Chaffetz Center. 69 to 67. I mean, recall I just talked about SLU. I just talked about them earlier. And it's like, when you think that they may have a team, this is probably their worst loss of the season right here. And not saying no discredit to SIUE, but it's a home game and you expect, for them to win.
SIUE at the end of the day, man. You just didn't. Wow.
Appreciate that. Chris says great show. Definitely appreciate it. Once again, everyone, go ahead and of course, hit that share. Spread the word about the platform sports talk show. Once again, give us a follow on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube. You can email us at gmail.com. We on Instagram as well. The show will be uploaded on Roku and of course, you can listen to us crystal clear on Hot 365 Radio, where it's always hot cash money. Hot365radio.com, or you can go on the app Hot 365 Radio. Ladies' Night goes down every first Wednesday of the month. Man Cave every last Wednesday of the month. But next week, and like it was this month on the first Wednesday of the month, we have the Super Show. Part 1 was 3 weeks ago. Part 2 next week. It goes down in the G spot. You want to know what the G spot is? Just got to stay tuned. Got something for you. I'm just saying. So let's get to our last topic of the evening. It's the Christmas season. So we got to go ahead and discuss favorite Christmas movies. So thinking about Christmas time, Sadal, what movie or movies just come to your mind?
Well, one of my personal all-time favorites is Home Alone. As a kid, it came out when I was a kid, and I thought it was like one of the first movies as a kid, I was really cracking up laughing at it, and but really enjoyed that movie. Later on, the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. I enjoyed that. But I don't know if you consider this a Christmas movie, but I do. But Friday After Next.
Oh, okay.
Friday After Next,
Yeah.
with Ricky Smiley, robbing the house, and all the one-liners make you want to smack your mama. Hey, mama.
Yes. I definitely agree with that. Those are some great choices. I believe Bunny is getting set up here. I believe she is ready. So, Bunny, favorite Christmas movie or movies? What comes to mind?
I thought you were gonna say Die Hard because they were talking about that at work. That's not a Christmas movie, and some people say it is. So
that's true. I
think it'd be a Christmas movie unofficially because I mean they got the Christmas season going on. They took it at the airport. You got all the Christmas decorations. Why not a Christmas movie? I mean, it's about terrorists, but it's still Christmas time,
Yeah, what? I agree.
So coworker said no, but I thought so. But anyway, favorite Christmas movie? Shoot. I mean, we know Home Alone's a classic. I watched it the other day with Sasha. Another one I like, which is a fairly recent one in the last few years, is This Christmas. That's the one with Loretta Devine and Chris Brown and Chris Double.
Yes.
I like that too.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yes.
Like the twist.
Okay, Bunny.
To again.
Yeah. I forgot about that one.
Yeah, she read my mind. I am a huge fan of the black love or black family Christmas movies. Like she just brought up This Christmas, Almost Christmas with Chris Brown, Danny Glover, all of them. That was a great movie. Last Holiday.
I don't think I've seen that one.
What? Last Holiday
Danny Glover and
I haven't seen that.
Let's see, Danny Glover, Monique, Omar Epps, all of them was in it.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh yeah, that was good. Let's see. The Best Man and Best Man Holiday.
Oh yeah.
The Best Man Holiday is a tearjerker. That's a lot of crying and emotion on that one. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I had the thug tears out, on that one. I had to agree. I had the thug tears.
Thug tears.
Yeah, I had the thug tears out.
And like for me, it hits different for me now because I'm a husband. Shouts out to my wife, Jamie. Love you. Certain things, certain movies, whatever. It hits. How you doing, Sasha? What's up?
Right. He said she wanted to show her Minnie Mouse off. Wow. All
right. She's showing off. All right. But no, like I was saying, certain movies just kind of hit different now because you're in different time frame in your life. So seeing The Best Man and seeing Morris Chestnut's character, losing it, I understand. I feel it. You know what I'm saying? It hits differently. But great movie. Last Holiday with Queen Latifah. But don't laugh at me, y'all. All right, don't laugh. But when I say this movie, don't laugh, okay? But I was really intrigued with Holiday Heart.
Who's in that? Is that a Hallmark movie?
That's
it's
Holiday Heart. Wow.
Holiday Heart.
That's with Ving Rhames as he dressed up as the woman.
Who?
Ving
Oh,
Rhames.
you talking about Ben Rhames?
Yeah, Ving Rhames. Just look up Holiday Heart.
Yeah, Holiday Heart. You ain't seen it?
I've seen like the preview. That's why I know it when you said drag. I'm like, I've seen that preview, but
yeah, Ving Rhames dressed in drag. Oh, it's a sight, man.
It's
a trip. It's a trip. I'm not gonna say too much. I don't want to get in trouble with anybody.
Do I want to watch that?
It's a trip. It's different. It's different.
Oh, no.
But yeah, I definitely love
the
black family love movies and the whole nine. Holiday Rush. That's a good movie also.
Never heard of that one.
Holiday Rush. Yeah, check that out. Just put it in on Google. Just put in Holiday Rush. You'll see old boy that was on what's the movie with Steve Harvey and Kevin Hart and all them? What's it called? It was Kevin Hart, Megan Good, what's her name? Dwayne Wade's wife, Gabrielle Union, all them was in. What was it called? What was it called? But Steve Harvey had the book. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Think Like a Man. Think Like a Man.
That's it. Yeah, that one and part 2. But yeah, so I just love those black
Holiday Rush is on Netflix. It came out in 2019.
Yeah, so that's a good movie as well. And Jonathan says Bruce Willis even said Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie in our hearts.
Yeah. And Bunny, it's not like we get some kind of static from your computer or phone.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and mute her just for a second until she get her audio back together. We don't want to have that distortion going on throughout the whole stream. But once again, that's my thought in regards to the Christmas movies. And Bunny had to disconnect, so hope she'll get back on real quick. But once again, Jonathan says Bruce Willis even said Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. So if the man said who was in the movie,
you ain't got to spoil it for everybody, Jonathan. Come on. Where's your sound effect? Come on.
But oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, come on.
All right, here we go. Bunny is back. There we go.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Y'all heard that noise or no? I don't know. That was
we heard that noise.
That was my phone or something.
I don't know what that came from, but it came from your end. That's all we know. But no, it's all good. But this has been once again an incredible show, and we definitely this is the last show that I will be on for the rest of the year, because of course next week we have the Super Show, so I'll be behind the scenes more than likely. But this has definitely been a fun year for the Platform Sports Talk Show. The growth continues to go. Ladies' Night will be celebrating their 2-year anniversary very soon as well. Ain't that right, Bunny?
2 years, really?
Yeah.
I don't lost time. I don't recall, but thank you for letting me know. I can't really remember my birthday or day of the week, y'all. You know, days remember. Thank you for remembering. Appreciate it.
In the words of MC Hammer, it's all good. Y'all ready for this?
It's all good. You gotta go good. It's all good. Y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this? But with that being said, it is your Wednesday night Sports Delight, the Platform Sports Talk Show. Once again, I am your boy Smoooth, along with
Sadal.
And down below we have
your girl Bunny.
We hope that you all have a wonderful, safe, enjoyable, loving Christmas. You know the weather's gonna be crazy the next crazy days, so be smart out there, be safe. This is your Wednesday night Sports Delight. Spread the word, spread the love. Let's get it in. Shouts out to everyone listening on Hot 365 Radio. Prime time.
Hey,
thank you for your time on the show.
Coach Prime in the building.
Thank y'all and God bless y'all.
Bunny, thank you very much. To everyone else on the Platform Sports Talk Show crew, much love to y'all. And everyone, we out this thing. Y'all have a great rest of y'all.
What did we say?
Evening, y'all.
We out.
Peace.